Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessing to you, fellow brothers, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Kanat coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And what I want to do here is just kind of highlight uh, these two videos that I have going into protesting that's happening in different parts of the earth. And this is spoken about in the scriptures. Now, we could bring out multiple videos. We're just going to highlight these two videos that I have. And basically here in this video, it's going into the coronavirus and how there's a picture being painted in mainland China about how the virus is defeated. But there's a lot of uprisings and going on out there in China. And China has more of a controlled lockdown as far as they don't have freedom of speech. Okay, their internet is heavily censored. Okay, they can't really, communicate with the rest of the world without being their every move being watched. But of course, certain things leak. Okay, certain things leak, and this is how America wants their internet and everything to be censored, and we're going through that right now. Heavy censorship is taking place with bringing down these different platforms. These big tech companies, pretty much deplatforming you, taking you off their platform, controlling the flow of news, controlling the narrative. So what we're being told that it's peace and safety. We're being told that everything's going to be all right. Biden said he's going to heal. It's time for the nation to heal. So there's heavy propaganda. There's heavy witchcraft being pushed. And one thing we can rely on, okay, is the prophecies. Which the prophecy, you're not going to be able to hide these things. The Esau is going to be able to hide these things. These different countries are trying to hide their shame, but all their shame is going to come up because this is a global thing, and this is a global punishment, okay, of Yahweh Shema Shah. Let me bring this out in 2nd Esdras 15. I'm gonna just read a little bit, and then we're gonna go into these videos real quick, and Lord's will the lesson be edifying, okay? Because we're definitely in that time of prophecy. And we have a sure word of prophecy. These things will come to pass through the Spirit. Okay? This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Now woe means destruction. Okay? Sorrow, heartache, confusement, bewilderment. All these negative attributes that are coming to the earth. And it says the world. So not only here in Babylon, the great America, but these things are happening and taking place all around the world. Okay, and these different media platforms are not trying to cover these things. They're trying to hide these things. They're showing you, the siege on the Capitol, when there's a lot more, a lot more that's going on outside of that, And one thing that's going on is people coming up against the government because of all these unrighteous decrees, all these unrighteous laws. Okay, more taxation, less movement. Okay, you're not gonna have, you don't have freedom of movement. Okay, that freedom of movement is being being stripped away from you as we speak. Okay, you're gonna have to have certain documentations to go into certain cities. You're gonna have to have certain immunization cards. Okay, you're gonna have, you're gonna have to be an essential worker to be able to move from different state lines. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, we're still in a curfew, which these things are not being fully pushed. But you see how these things are now the new norm. It's not really that big of a deal. We're in a curfew out here in California. I believe, is it 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., something like that? I could be wrong, but there's many different curfews out there, but you know, the police force are not really enforcing these things. These things are just being set in place until these different laws can be implemented, until they have more of an excuse to crack down on you. Okay, so it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For their sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Now I'm gonna continue, but let me go and we'll play two of these videos, just a couple minutes, and just get to the point. And that's how bad it's going to get. People are going to fight against each other. Well, that's already taking place, you know, and even more when these different essential needs are very scarce. You know, food is going to be scarce. Clean water is going to be scarce. Toiletries are going to be scarce. Okay, this is going to happen worldwide. Okay, under the hand of the devil. But see, we here at Great Millstone and like-minded men, we understand that there's a end to all this. That this is not going to take place forever, and we're not going to be in an oppressive state forever. Okay, we're going to be liberated. Our Lord is going to come and save us, right? So we have hope. Okay, so let's play a little bit of this.
2 ground reports from Wuhan. Then the city was put under a lockdown. 11 million people in Wuhan restricted to their homes. This was on the 23rd of January. 2 months later, more than 3 billion people all over the world are under a lockdown. The Wuhan virus spread and killed. First, China did not want you to know what's happening in Wuhan, but the story got out. Now China wants you to see how all is well in Wuhan. Tonight we bring you 2 sets of videos and figures. One set that China wants you to see, and another that China wants to hide. And they both tell starkly different stories. On Gravitas tonight, let's fact check China's latest claim. Has China defeated the coronavirus? Is everything fine in Wuhan? We will let some videos do the talking. And these videos are all from China.
And that's what Esau, Edom, and these powers to be, that's what they're scared of. They're scared of the people and the information, the truth. Because there's one thing Esau, he can paint a picture, and you know, on CNN, on MSNBC, on Fox News, on these different mainstream media platforms which the elites own. You know, heavy witchcraft, it can be cast. You know, they can have the cameras. You don't know, you know, where they're at. They can be on a set. They can have so-called crisis actors, so they can paint a certain picture. But see, with these, just, you know, somebody just picking up that a camera phone, a smartphone, which everybody has, they can film actually what's going down, and that can be shared, and that's being classified as dangerous. Okay, to the New World Order, it's dangerous to the Great Reset, it's dangerous to these different governments. Okay, America, China. Okay. Russia, they want to silence you. That's why they're you know, clamping down, especially here in America, on freedom of speech online. Right, that's being done away with. Okay, they're going to shut down the internet. There's going to be more. They're going to blame cyber attacks. They're going to blame certain things on cyber attacks. So that's going to give them liberty and a pretense to clamp down on internet. Movement, just like your movement is being restricted physically, your freedom of movement on the internet is going to be restricted, because the truth is coming out, and that is detrimental to the government's power. The people have to believe in the government in order for the government to assert authority over them. Okay.
This on your screen is from Wuhan, the birthplace of the coronavirus. Chinese state media wants you to see these images of Wuhan. People are out and about again. Trains are running. Malls have reopened. Businesses have resumed services. On the streets, people are using bikes. The message is clear. The worst is over. Wuhan has bounced back. Some restrictions are still in place, but largely the situation is under control. This is Beijing's Wuhan story, these pictures. Now let me show you what China does.
Yeah, everything looks business as usual, right? They can paint whatever picture they want. Look at Esau's cinema, his movies. those movies look real, man. They got the CGI, they got this, they got that, they got high level technology, so they can just do a couple of clips. It could be from anywhere. It can be, and they can just put it to you and and tell you a story.
Doesn't want you to see. What you will not find in the dispatches that come from Beijing.
But see, this is what's really going down. Right here, sedition, uprisings. They're not going to play this, and you're damn sure ain't going to see this, on American news. Not a lot of people are going to cover it, and then, China has a real clampdown on information being, released. Their internet is really, really censored. So a lot of people, they can't, before they can send it, they got troops already, police force already at their door.
Pictures. Over the weekend, we received these images. There were clashes in Hubei. Hubei is the province where Wuhan is situated. Look at these images. This is a rare display of public anger in China. And here's what happened here. When the restrictions were lifted, people from Hubei tried to leave. They wanted to travel to the neighboring Jiangxi province, but they were not allowed to enter. That's what reports say.
You see that? And that's pretty much it on that. You can watch the rest of the video if you want to. There's the title there. You can see it. But when those restrictions were lifted, okay, when everything's supposed to go back to normal, their movement was restricted. They couldn't go to the next province, and that comes right out of the scriptures. Let's go to that. So let's finish up in 2nd Esdras 15. I have one more video too. It's like 45 seconds, so we'll play that real quick. But let's go and just kind of finish up what we had in 2nd Esdras. The point is in 17 when I watched that video. So there's a picture being painted by the Chinese, or we can just say really any government. There's a picture being painted of things. Things are looking up, so to speak. Things are looking cheerful, and hope. There's hope. Beating this virus. People returning back to their normal lives. But that's really not the reality. The reality is, even when these lockdowns and the restrictions are lifted, heavy restrictions are being placed upon the people, and it's causing the people to uprise against these different governments. So let me read verse 16, 2nd Esdras 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men. Okay, let's look at this word sedition in a regular dictionary. I'm just going to type it in, sedition, meaning, and we'll just read it from here.
Sedition.
Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. See that? Yeah, and the word rebel means to go back to war. So people are rebelling against the government at hand. I'm just looking at the etymon, but that's pretty much what sedition is. We can go to another definition. Let's go to Merriam-Webster dictionary, and it means incitement of resistance to or insurrection against lawful authorities. See? The leaders of the group have been arrested and charged with sedition. Now, didn't the president, former President Donald Trump, he's been charged with sedition, inciting sedition, and that's why they're going to, impeach him. They're already going through the process of impeaching him a second time. And the people that so-called stormed the Capitol, what have they been charged with? They have been charged with sedition. That is a crime. Okay, that's a federal crime, you being charged with sedition. So anybody that goes against the mainstream narrative, that goes against the grain, against these different governments that are set up, they're going to be charged sedition, okay, which is going against the government at hand, the government and rulership. But these things are all prophesied in the scriptures to happen. Okay, this is what we're reading right now. Let me read it again. For there shall be sedition among men. We saw that. We seen sedition in the U.S. We saw sedition all throughout 2020. Uprisings, people breaking in businesses, set up or unset up. The sentiment was real, and that's how these elites, they'll play off that. They'll play off the true sentiment, but they'll try to control it. They'll try to control the minds of the people and steer them into their agenda. So the people are being used, but people are actually mad, right? And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and that's what sedition is, not regarding the ruling government, whoever is set up in power. These different politicians are not going to regard the different politicians and their different orders. These different police forces, they're not going to regard the different orders or the different commands that these different police and military officers and personnel tell the people to do. Nah, they're gonna grab arms. They're gonna grab guns. Okay, and there's more people than so-called officials, so the people can overpower an animal, just like ants, right? An ant by itself is not powerful, but say millions of ants together, they can take down a large prey by overwhelming them. So this is how it's going to go down, man. People are going to just go crazy, and they're going to, as it reads here, and invading one another, they're going to actually start killing each other. That's how bad it's going to get. Not only they're going to go against the government, but they're going to start killing each other because of the lack of different resources. Okay, because it's going to get real bad out here, and the scriptures speak about because iniquity shall abound, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing more transgender rights. We're seeing more laws that are against the scriptures. Okay, we're seeing more blasphemy, right? So people are turning more evil. So the scriptures say, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Or more road rage, more shootings on the freeway, more home invasions. Oh man, home invasions are going up. Okay, my car's been broken into. Okay, ran through a couple of times within the last couple of months. They got nothing, they didn't break anything or anything like that. But nevertheless, people just go and do door checks. Okay, they'll they'll door check. That's why and nowadays you gotta lock your door. There was a time where you can leave, depending on what neighborhoods you were in, you can leave your door unlocked and nobody will come in. But now we're in treacherous times. All right, we're in seditious times. And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning whatever they have that they put their mind to, these different marauder groups, these different gangs, because people gonna click up. One moment. People gonna click up, and you see that in these different movies. When society breaks down, people click up. They'll form cliques. They'll go and kidnap people. You women, well, the elder brother, he was just showing me, he got an alert on his it was an alert on, what is it? It's a them cameras. They'll have like them cameras you can put on your front door. I forget exactly what it is, but they send alerts. There's a whole system built behind that, and it was two 16-year-old girls that went missing the other day. What do you think happened to them girls? They are out walking a dog late night. Two 16-year-old girls, man, they just came up missing. Well, what do you think is going on? And so how much more when there is no 911, or when 911 doesn't come? There's a good chance 911 doesn't come. They're backed up. Which a lot of these different lesser crimes, the police are no longer responding to them. Okay, you have the whole thing about defunding the police through so-called Black Lives Matter. That was all set up to cause more chaos, more distress. But it's all playing into the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai and his prophecies. Esau Edom, he's trying to spin it to his advantage, but these things are really going to fall upon his own head. It says, a man, verse 17, it's the point right here. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And that's why these Chinese, they were protesting. They were going against the government because the government said you can't go to the next city. Okay, you can't go there. And that's what's going to happen here in the United States, and that is happening on certain levels in different parts of the United States. Okay, where people's movement is being restricted. People are afraid to move to different areas. People are apprehensive in talking to people or being cordial. So everybody is being looked at as a potential agent, as a potential virus holder, as a so-called conspiracy theory. You're looking at your neighbor now with hatred. You see that? Or he might not. He don't have a vaccine, or this and that and this, or he don't have a mask on. So people are starting to hate each other even more, and this is all playing into prophecy. See that? So hey, it's going down. It's going down as we speak. The words are jumping off the pages, and there's so many videos, like we can't even get to all of them. That's why the scriptures say pray that there's laborers that enter into the harvest. Roughly paraphrasing. Because there's a lot of work. There's so many videos that you can do. So, we do to the best of our ability and the strength and the lot that the Lord gave us, the portion. That's why we try to do video a day, maybe a couple videos a day if the Spirit is on us. Because there's a lot to be reinforced. Through prophecy. Okay, these points are being reinforced. Because Jake forgets, and you can. Be in your own little bubble, man. But we're here to tell you that it's going to come a point to where these things you're going to be confronted with these things. These things are not going to be, they're in Wuhan, or they're in a different country. This is going on in South America, or this is going on the East Coast. I'm on the West. Now it's going to be going on in a city near you. You're going to be affected by these things. Okay. Let's finish up. For because of their pride in America and the rest of the world, which through America, their wine, the philosophy of America, has taught the world how to be proud. Okay, especially through social media, which is nothing more than a platform to uplift yourself. Okay, the woman has become proud, because they can show their body, and men, it's almost unobtainable to obtain a woman, especially a so-called beautiful woman, or not even that, just a woman in general. Okay, so a woman is put on this platform, this high platform, So pride is at an all-time high. Okay, getting clout chasing. See what I'm saying? So the Most High is going to completely humble everybody. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the elect. The hopeful elect, we claim to be the hopeful elect, the prophets in particular. We're going to see all these things. We're going to see that great humbling take place. We're going to see the Most High bring the wicked to their knees. Okay, and he's doing that right now. He's messing up a lot of people, man. A lot of people are all messed up in the head, especially those who had businesses, especially restaurants. These different Esau, the other nations. They made a lot of money off of restaurants, Which Jake opened up a few restaurants, but Jake, we under the curses, so we really don't prosper like that, Jake opened up, I have a Benjamite restaurant. It might, try to get opened up, but it might not do too good. A soul food restaurant, it might be a few, but the Most High plagues it, either serving pork and shrimp. So the Most High, he ain't with it. But these other nations, hey man, they can sell shrimp and lobster too. They blue in the face, man. They charge all type of money. They business open 20. They've been there for 20 years, strong. Damn near every 6 days, 7 days a week. You know, like clockwork, never closed down. You know, making all type of money. They're able to send their kids to college. They can pull up in the Tesla, right? They live in a nice neighborhood. A lot of nations came over here and they made all type of money, man. Okay, and that puffed them up. That gave them pride, especially against the children of Israel. All right, right. In the book of Baruch, it says, "Miserable are thy cities." So these cities are being plagued. Okay, this is the Most High's doing. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, that's how it's going to get. It's going to be. It's going to get real bad out here where men are going to be fearful. Okay, especially because there's going to be sightings of chariots. Okay, home invasion is going to be up. Women are going to be getting taken and trafficked. You women, you proud for women. Hey, if you don't humble down under Yahweh Shema Shai and a man, hey, you're going to be part of this, man. Because it says men are going to be afraid. So how much more the woman? Okay, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. See that? Now, people have pity or, a person can get on the internet and, create a sob story and then get, what do they call it? A GoFundMe. Get all type of money. But it's going to come a point where it's going to be, people going to not give a damn. They're not going to give a damn. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. So they're gonna run up in your stuff. All right, they're gonna run up in your crib with your family, okay, your little kids. And what are they gonna do, man? It says they're gonna destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods. They're gonna take all your goods. Okay, and spoil what's also spoiled? The woman. The woman is spoiled. You see, you women, you've been put on this platform like you are gods. But if you watch these different movies, okay, especially these different time period pieces, okay, these ancient movies, even in the not too late past, the woman was subject to whoever was in power. Okay, so what do they call women? Booty, which is spoiled. So they're gonna come into your house, all right. If you're not a man of the Lord, if you got a wife, you got daughters, what are they gonna do? They're gonna take all your food and they're gonna put you to death, and they're gonna take your wife and your daughters. They're gonna spoil your goods. So that's what's gonna be going down in America and throughout the different places of the earth, especially here in America, which is gonna get the worst judgment. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Yeah, because especially that famine. That famine is going to jack a lot of people up. You see what I'm saying? Because America has lived in pleasure. You at this very second right now, you get on an app. You can get on an app and you have you have dozens upon dozens of restaurants that will come and deliver you food right now. Right now, within a few clicks, you want Persian food, you want Ammonite food, you want some sushi, okay? You want some American food, you want some burgers, you want pizza, okay? You can even have people come and deliver you alcohol, and it seems like there's always a steady flow. It's very rare that stores run out of these certain things. Now there are times where they might run out of a particular item. But there's a lot of items to choose from. It's going to come a point where it is going to be no bread. There is going to be no Grubhub, no Uber Eats. Okay? You're not going to be able to go to the store and buy wine. Okay, buy chicken quarters and lamb shank. You ain't going to be able to do that. Okay? So people are going to be cutthroat, especially when people get hungry. They're going to be ready to kill. That's how bad it's going to be, man. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together. No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it on that. Let me hit this video right here, and we'll hit another scripture and just close out. So this is in the Netherlands. See, you see what's going on? While you so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Americans playing games, people upright. They're throwing rocks. See how big them bricks are? They're throwing rocks and bricks at the police because of the lockdown measures. This is all prophesied in the scriptures. We're reading about it. Just that people can eat. People can still eat right now. Just what happens when people can't eat? Just when people can't eat. Excuse me. When people can't eat, and when there's actual diseases, people dying. And they gonna put down them rocks. They're gonna get them guns. Them guns gonna get trafficked in from different places. Because a lot of EU nations you can't have a gun. So America's gonna be the worst because there's more guns here in America than there are people. This place is known for being able to carry guns. Those other nations, they don't have those guns. So Esau, he's able to put heavier measures on them without the fear of, an armed militia coming up against them. But here in America, Esau, he has to use these different witchcraft, these different tactics to basically demonize people with guns and call them terrorists. That's all. The whole siege, that whole psyop was basically to pretty much deem the people on the right as terrorists, these gun owners. So they're coming for your guns because these measures that are taking place, only a stupid person will just allow somebody to do this to them. Okay, but all these things are going to be done, but the Most High, he's going to raise up a standard. Okay, because there's only so far this man's going to do, because we're not fighting this man back. We're not physically fighting Esau, Edom back. We don't have any power to do that. We will lose miserably. Okay, especially if you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans took up arms. Oh man, all right, and went crazy. He can have the whole world come against you. He'll drop bombs on you. So let me bring this out. You saw that, right? In out there in the Neverland. And this video is just these are dime a dozen videos, man. This shit is happening all around the world. But you stupid Americans, I'm not talking about you brothers, and you few sisters. You're in tune with the spirit, and the scriptures speak about continuing to watch and pray. Okay, watch and pray that you enter not into temptation, because these things are gonna come upon a lot of people unawares. They're gonna spring forth all of a sudden, and a lot of people not gonna be prepared, man. And that's also part of the prophecy. So we need to be continually in good graces with Yahweh Bashemal Shai, and that includes you women being in order, man. Okay, it's gonna come a time where hey man, it's gonna come a time it's gonna get rough, or it's gonna be life and death, and you ain't gonna be the man. Nah, ain't gonna be none of that. Okay. 2nd Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So Yahweh Bashemal Shai, he's visiting this place through these different signs that are taking place. Okay, and one of those signs is sedition, uprisings. And how do we understand that? How do we understand that it's the Most High that's visiting? Well, he said the measure. What is a tool of measurement? The Bible. The Bible is the measuring tool, so to speak. Okay, you measure the time. The time meaning the different events that are happening in the earth. Okay, this is happening. That's happening. That means that we're in this time. That means okay, we're close. All right, these things are happening. We're real close to the return. But before the return is fully manifested, meaning Yahweh Shai and the holy angels, right? Certain things have to take place. And one of those things is uprisings. One of those things is people turning against each other, killing each other, okay, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, another thing is the government restricting your movement. Okay, trying to silence you. So we see that. Therefore, I'm in verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and there's many earthquakes that are taking place in different parts of the earth. In high, what they call it, a 7.2 or 6 point something. And more earthquakes are going to take place. It's going to be undeniable. But let's read this again. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. And we just had 2 examples right now, okay, in the Netherlands, excuse me, the Netherlands and in China, which China is super authoritative. They have a super authoritative government, and the Moabites over there are fighting the government. Hey man, let me bring out another scripture. This through the rulership of Esau, Edom, man, the whole earth is just it's crying out. If you're in an uproar, let's look at the word uproar. Uproar. If you're in an uproar, that doesn't mean you're in a great mood. Uproar. A loud and impassioned noise or disturbance. Similar words, it says turmoil, disorder, confusion, chaos, commotion, disturbance. The next definition, a public expression of protest or outrage. Yeah, because under the authoritative rule of Esau, Edom, the devil, okay, what is he doing? He's causing the whole world, okay, to outrage, okay, which is the uproar. Like, man, what the hell? Why can't I do this? Why can't I move this way? Why can't I open up a business? Why can't I grow crops? Why can't I buy seeds? Why can't I have my own well? Why can't I why do I have to pay so much for clean water? If I drink tap water, it's poisonous. Why is rent so high? Why can't I why can't I control my children or run my house the way that I want to run my house? Why can I speak freely? So people are like, damn, like, what can I do? Okay, not understanding that the devil is in rulership and that this man was here is placed on the earth to destroy and to ultimately to put you to death. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the Israelites are in rulership, when we get in rulership under Yahweh Shai, the whole world is going to rejoice, man. The whole world is going to rejoice. Everybody's going to be good. Everybody's going to be in paradise. Not only is the Israelites going to be in paradise, but the rest of the world's going to be in paradise. Okay? Everybody's going to be able to enjoy the earth as the Most High intended the earth to be enjoyed. Okay? Nobody's going, we just going to be the government. But the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Ishmaelites, the Hamites, they're going to enjoy their life. They're going to have to follow the law, statute, commandments, which is life. That's the actual way to be on the planet Earth. That's the actual way to live your life, is through the law, statute, commandment. And that reaps benefits not only to the body, your personal, the personal body, but to the whole family structure in the whole world. Okay, everybody benefits. The animals benefit. The air benefits. All creation benefits. Okay, you have a peace of mind. Everybody's going to be at a peace of mind. Okay, if the other nations have ailments, or they'll know, okay, hey, take these herbs, and then they'll be whole. They'll pray to the Most High and take these herbs. You see that? So the whole earth is going to rejoice. The trees are going to rejoice. They're going to sing. Okay, that's when the righteous are in authority. Is that what's happening right now? No, people are uproaring and clamoring. Okay, But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And this is a state of mourning. The whole world is in a state of mourning. Okay, you have high level depression, high level anxiety. The woman is completely bugged out. She don't know what the hell she wants, not knowing that if she was under a husband and playing her role, she will be happy. She'll have a kid, taking care of the house, building up the family, building up the nest egg of the family, right? But this world teaches the woman to do what? To be out on her own, to sleep with a whole bunch of men, all destructive behaviors. Okay, and that's all going to be corrected in the kingdom of heaven. It is being corrected. It's being now people are looking at these different things, especially our people, because we have a remnant coming back to the Most High and casting off the ways of the devil, because it was nothing but the ways of the devil. Okay, I'm back in 2nd Ezra. We're gonna just end it off. 2nd Ezra 9 and 4. Then shall thou well understand. See that we well understand. That's why we're so, what's it called? What's the word I want to use? I mean, I could say adamant. We're fiery. We're zealous. Okay, and we're convinced in our mind that this is it. Okay. All through the Spirit, the Most High gave us that Spirit to be able to understand these things. We will understand these things. We understand that, hey, this is it, and that puts us in a more a stable state of mind. Okay, more of a clearer mind. We're ready to give up all this BS that's on the earth, because we know this is temporary. We're actually looking for the world to come. We're not focused on the actual present, the now, which we have to do certain things. Things are required of us. Yet our mind, our hope, our aspiration is not in this place. It's in the world to come. And all these things must come to pass. So hell must come to pass. Okay? And that Elder Yashwamba, he always say, let's just get through it. Let's just get through it. Let's get through the hard part. Somewhere around those lines. And I agree. Let's just go. Because the sooner or later we go through that straight gate, the most difficult path of that straight gate, the devil comes in. The sooner or later, the Most High, he moves. He moves on this man and sets up this righteous kingdom, which we gonna be good, man. We all our tears are gonna be wiped away. All the pain in our body, we're gonna have new bodies, a new heart. Okay, we're gonna experience life like we've never experienced it before. Okay, we're gonna be in a state of euphoria for eternity. Okay, we're gonna actually go to sleep and enjoy sleep. We're gonna actually enjoy our children. We're gonna enjoy our wives. We're gonna enjoy the creation. We're gonna be able to speak to the animals. We're gonna be able to eat the fruit off the tree. We're gonna have our own vineyards. We're gonna have our own land. Hey man, that's why we're hastening the coming of the day of Yahweh Shemal Shai. We want it to come now. Of course, we well understand that the prophecies have to take place, and it's a good thing, okay? Because we well understand it, and we understand that this is the time. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And hey, man, you gotta reflect sometimes. These words were written before us. Okay, these words, if we are truly those prophets, these words were told to us in our past life, and it wasn't time back then. But now it's time. We ain't gonna go in slavery no more. We ain't dying, and then we gotta come back to 3rd, 4th generation, and the Moabites gonna be ruled. Nah, ain't gonna be none of that, man. This is it, man. This shit's going down in our lifetime. It's going down right now as we speak. Okay. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And that's pretty much that's pretty much it on that. You can read more. You can read 2nd Ezra 9 chapter. That's a really good chapter to read. But that's pretty much it on that. I think I hit the point. We're getting close, okay? We're getting close, so we gotta focus in. And we're seeing, different videos, okay? We're seeing people uprise. We're seeing, At the same time, this man, he's boasting himself against the Most High. He's boasting himself against all that is called Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord's knowledge, you know. And the Lord, he gonna destroy this man, okay? He gonna raise us up, okay? The so-called low-value man in this society, which we're considered the low-value man. I'm gonna do a video on that. That's what's kind of going on in the world, you know, in the world of Israel around, you know, that vibration, the so-called high-value man, this and that. But we're the true high-value man because of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, but we know the scriptures say that the rich sit in low place. Okay, so tune out for that video pretty soon. If the spirit, when the spirit allow. So I pray that you brothers will edify you few sisters. Continue to keep watching. Continue to keep praying to Yahweh Shema Shai, asking him to speed the time up. Remember, when you pray, man, ask the Lord to speed the time up. Okay, the Lord, he listens to our prayers, right? And he's going to do it for the elect's sake. That's why all these things are happening simultaneously. Okay, we're at the end. All right, the Most High is about to destroy this place and liberate us. Okay, so until next time, shalom to the elect.